So this ought to be a good video. I'm going to do a video about something I know almost nothing about. Reloading. But it's something I kind of always wanted to try, I wanted to do, and now there's a little bit of a need, a necessity. For those that have been watching any of my videos, you know that I have an affinity for the 32. This is a 32 Smith & Wesson long casing, and I didn't dig up any 32 ACPs, but what I used to pay $20-some for a box of 50 rounds is now over $65 at most of my local shops, and there might be 1 or 2 boxes on the shelf. Perhaps I'm a victim of my own success, and maybe with all my 32 videos I inspired everyone to go out and buy a 32. I hope not, in a way. But anyway, this is not a tutorial video by any stretch, because I don't really know what I'm doing yet. In fact, I haven't even tried. I did a little practicing. I de-primed these cases and I flared the mouth, and I have a bunch. I've kept what I've shot for the last year or two, and I'm ready to start giving it a try. The big holdup recently was primers, and I was finally able to get a hold of some honest-to-goodness small pistol primers last weekend, so I'm ready to maybe give it a try. I did previously score some small Magnum pistol primers, which I'm pretty sure would be okay, but maybe some of you can weigh in. And by the way, I have reached out to a couple of my new group of friends, which I got to tell you, this has been great this summer. I'm completely new to YouTube, never done this before, but getting out here into the community and meeting countless people. I mean, I've got a dozen new friends that I can count on for some advice and some help. In fact, I listed out a couple, and sorry if I leave anybody out. I know I've talked to many of you, and I know you're all there for my support for me. Treetop Outdoors, Scott Hillbilly Morgan, Jesse B Outdoors. I reached out to him, and he said he'd love to help out as much. Firearms Addict, just had a little conversation with him the other night via the comments that I'm thinking about getting into this, and he's right there to help me out. I do have a local friend, Tom. I don't know if you're watching, Tom, but he's a pretty avid reloader, and he's willing to help me out with what I'm doing. So what I've compiled so far, and what I'm looking for here maybe is a little advice, a little, am I on the right track? What I've compiled so far, and because of space limitations and just trying to get into this, I got one of the Lee hand loaders, and watched some reviews, watched some videos. I think this will be something really good for me to get started, and with a small low pressure case like the 32, I think it'll be okay. I got I don't even remember what this is. I think this is the decapping tool, and I must have used it already to take the primers out of those. I got dies for both 32 S&W, that'll be for long and short, and for 32 ACP. I'm gonna try this out, see how it works. I bought this at one of the local shops. Old fella must have had this on his shelf, a can full of round ball. It says they're 50 cal, and I could measure them, I'm sure, but I thought maybe this would be a good chance to try some molding. I got a bullet mold for 32, and I mean, I have not used this. I have never used one of these. I understand that I could use these, maybe even cut down a little bit for 32 ACP. Is that a bad idea? Somebody let me know, maybe. I got a scale, I got a funnel, and I bought some powder at the time, what was available, because that was kind of limited. I got myself some HP 38, and I got to look up some better loading data to see if that's really what I need to use. That's not even opened yet, so don't worry, I'm not going to blow myself up. When I do load anything for starters, I will start with the lightest loads, maybe even lighter than the data, although I know that's a bad idea too. To not put enough powder in can be a problem. So yeah, this is my video on something I don't really know anything about, but I'm looking for advice and input. If you're thinking about getting into reloading, maybe this can start as a little list of things to look at getting. Or in the comments below, if people tell me that this is a bad idea, maybe you can learn from my mistakes and you won't have to go and buy any of this. I have possibly the ability to get a hold of some other reloading equipment, and I'll be looking at that maybe soon. And I gotta look at my space restrictions in my my shop. So let me know. Thanks.